Dan from About That Life in Japan. Welcome back to the channel. As I promised, here I am trying to clean up. It's a little straightened out. I've kind of moved things around. Actually, I threw a whole bunch of this junk in the box. I say junk, it's actually important things, but I threw them in a box and I hope to straighten up my work area at least. This is a Gundam hanger that I printed out. This is actually, I think it's in 1/24th scale, if I'm not mistaken. In these boxes are a bunch of paints. I mean, every one of those 4 boxes is full to the brim with paints. Maybe I'll show them in a later video. Down below you can see my little storage space that's under my desk. I say desk, this work area. Favorite brushes, Artist Opus. I had those custom made a couple years ago. They are awesome. That magnifying monitor, very useful for close-up in faces. Always under the eyes of the Lord. And the other things that I really cherish. As I mentioned, that's a smaller scale, and here is the larger one. This is I guess a standard 1/44th. What is it? The MG perfect grade, master grade for Gundam. And this is what I'm going to try and clean up. You can see I have all of those paints in the back. I have tons more, but onto the computer. Prusa has an amazing website for lots of models. You can download pretty much anything. Here I am looking for some add-ons for this honeycomb wall. Be careful if you do go this route because the honeycomb wall is amazing. Make sure you get the correct orientation. Me myself, I think I'm using the horizontal version, not the vertical. Again, make sure you're careful because I've actually printed out the wrong type, and it's just a waste of filament and time, of course, but yeah. Now you could literally go through this site for days looking for just about any and everything, and this is probably one of the best creations I think they've done for any 3D printing hobbyist, you know, or just any hobbyist. I mean, you can just put pretty much anything you want attached to this honeycomb wall. And it's just a pretty great creation. I'm settling on probably one of these baskets or a basket similar to this. Later on, you'll see the mistake I make because I'm not really paying attention to the sizes of the honeycomb. What are these? Hexagons? Please make sure you do because it is very important, and I'll tell you in a little bit. You'll maybe catch my mistake. But they have so many options for us, I mean, to use. And here, maybe you can see the mistake I made. If you look at the back, the pegs that actually that clip into the wall. And it's just funny because I actually clicked on it, but for some reason I didn't download it, or I say download it, I didn't slice it, but you'll catch it later on. Again, be careful. These pegs come in different shapes and they have so many amazing attachments. Make sure you get the ones you need. Again, don't waste time or filament. The new Prusa slicer is amazing. It can download these files directly into the slicer. And you can see here, I just downloaded this and it just pops right up in the Prusa slicer. Now this is another one that I thought was pretty interesting, and I will download it and try and print it out. I think it'll be a nice little addition to the work area, you know, give me a little storage space. This one I'm going to print on the Creality, the K1 Max, and of course it has some new software to download, so I'll do that and install it. Now this one was also pretty interesting as well, and I think this is the one that I'm going to be primarily using to straighten things up. This is going to be for the paint bottles, and I'm going to print this out in a couple of different colors, but yeah, just fast forwarding through this. Please make sure you download the right size hex peg. Back in Creality, now that I've got it installed, I am getting this drawer all sliced up. And because I do have another machine, I'm going to print the, I guess you could say, the drawers on the A1. So I'm, yeah, very fortunate I can put all of my machines to work and print them from Wi-Fi. So now let's go and see, make sure they are actually still printing. I say still, actually printing. Yes, it is after New Year's, it is after Christmas, and we still got our Christmas stuff up. My wife likes the holiday decorations, so happy wife, happy life. I'm not fighting over it. It's been a few minutes, and yeah, those are some pretty quick prints. The Prusas are working on the wall storage areas, and you can see all four of them working. Again, the two on the bottom are the MK4s, and the two at the top are MK3.9s. I've removed the MMU3s, so they're just going straight from my filament dry box. Back across is the K1 Max, and the K1 Max is working on that drawer. Now I like those big prints to be printed on this one. It's a Core XY and it does print pretty fast. So this print, I don't remember, I think it was a 4 or 5 hour print. So it'll print much faster on the K1 Max. And I don't really care about the quality so much, so I probably got it on, I think it's 0.34 or something, pretty larger. Not the highest quality. For some reason, this Bambu A1 just likes to poop. I know I need to figure out the settings. I really haven't spent much time trying to dial that thing in, but it took forever to start that print on just one single filament. So anyone with any information, let me know. Here I've finished up those prints. I've finished up a lot of the drawers. Excuse me, a lot of those boxes and the drawers, and now you can see my mistake. I needed these little attachments in order to fit the wall drawers into the honeycombs, and so I had to come back and print these out. And you can see my mistakes. I left this in just to show everyone that, hey, you know, mistakes are a part of printing, and I've been doing this for a while and I still just make mistakes. Here you can see the finished drawer, box and drawer. Those are my son's video game props. He loves Apex, and anyway, those are his props. That's mine. So this is it, the finished box sitting on the desk. Those are the drawers. They're gonna go up on the honeycomb wall. And yeah, this I'm pretty happy with it. It came out pretty nice. I had to use a little force to fit these little attachment thingies in. And of course my little heat gun, it just helps it, you know, the PLA melts a little bit and it's easier to fit them in the slots. Cleaning everything up, and yeah, you can see this was not a hugely challenging print. And hopefully by the end it'll have, you know, kind of cleaned up my little work area and just tidy things up a little bit, so it'll make it a little neater when I do start filming here, and hopefully no one will complain about my work area looking so crappy on camera. Now, prior to my really trying to do this as a business, I mostly focused on Tamiya things. Tamiya and Games Workshop, as you can see from the paints in the back, but Tamiya for most of the model accessories. And yeah, that was a pretty good print. I'm probably going to print another one. Yeah, you can see where it's set for the Gridfinity. If you're not familiar with Gridfinity, check it out. Really, really cool. I haven't printed a lot with it, but it is a pretty cool attachment if you're into, you know, trying to tidy things up for your 3D area workspace or your desk workshop. I really like this drawer. I'm really happy because, again, I can just, you know, move it around if I need to. It's got the hex set up so that I can add some other attachments. And yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to print out another hex to fit the backside of my model hobby area, where maybe it'll attach with a magnet or something and have it fit behind this little drawer. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Let me know what you think, if it's suitable, or if there's something else that I should add to it to make it even better. Now that the drawer is finished, now this work area, I think it's about 40 centimeters from the wall to the lip of this this table. This is one long plank. I noticed that I do have some extra, you know, not extra, but some dead space, and this little drawer fits right in. So I haven't printed it out yet, at least as I've edited. I'm editing this video, somewhat editing. Yeah, I'm probably going to print out another one, and yeah, that's going to fit in very nicely. I mean, it just fits right between my little lamp and my my magnifying. It fits in perfectly between my lamp and the magnifier. So yeah, time to move on to the main part of this. And here we are, finished and somewhat set up. Let me know what you think. I mean, I'm pretty happy. I've had this wall up since I put this office area together. I mean, I built this long, huge plank along this wall, and I've just had this up forever, and I've never really got into straightening it up and actually, you know, utilizing this hex wall more properly. And here it is, done, and pretty tidy, I must say. Now I know everyone doesn't have 4, what do I have, 5? I don't know. Everyone doesn't have 5 or whatever, a ton of printers to print with, but it wasn't a huge print job. And as you can see, I printed everything on the draft, I guess you could say, the draft or structural, the fastest settings. I mean, I didn't really, I say the fastest, not the fastest, but the larger diameter for the extrusion. So I didn't really focus on something that's going to be looking, I guess, great, or I just wanted it to fit together and hopefully finish quickly so I can clean this space up. You can see the measurements, and yeah, it's a pretty, you know, good size, and I am very, very satisfied. Weird, because I actually thought I was going to enjoy the wall, the back part, having the paints in some, you know, suitable looking, you know, drawers or some type of area so that they're not just mashed up against that windowsill. But this drawer is really, really making me happy. I think that hex in the back, and actually realizing that I can actually put a hex wall as a divider between that little drawer and the wall is going to be really cool. And of course, now I got my little palette that I can sit down and actually put models on and work on. That is the bonus. I am not sponsored by Artist Opus, but they make great stuff and they do customize. So if you're interested in stuff like that, check them out. Thank you very much for watching, and please leave comments and suggestions down below. Let me know what you think. Take care.